Who will win this game? Who will top the group? Brighton of Albion or Leicester City? We are loading in first on the Xbox. You can see Jaden against Broomy kicking off live now. And we'll start the coverage there before, slowly, surely after that, jumping over to the PlayStation with Mark Marley against Shaw. Here we go then. Brighton of Albion taking on Leicester City. Who's going to top the table in Group D? Who's going to open up the account as Marmouche? 2 minutes into the game, nearly opens up the scoring for the Albion.
What start that would have been. Agonisingly close of that left post. Broomy hitting him down the other end. Cole Palmer just can't quite get away from Saliba. Let us know at home who you're supporting. Is it the Scots of Brighton and Hove Albion? Is it Shorey and Broomy for Leicester City? The underdog story.
Early chance, time group finesse blocked again. That's 2 early chances that Broomy. Well, Leicester City has been able to deal with.
You see a change there as well in formation. Those wingers just look to be dropping in ever so slightly. Maybe a 4-4-1-1. We'll get all the tactics at the end of the day. If you want to copy how these guys are playing.
You can just see Mark Marley in the background there. He's loading into his game now against Shorey. We'll jump between both games as best we can. Third shot on target in 8 minutes for Brighton, still goalless.
I think you'll see a lot of looking across in this game because the results might impact how you play. If you see your teammate losing, you might go on a little bit of a press. The other way around, you might see your opponent winning and try and hold out for a draw and guarantee points in the bank to top the table.
All Brighton so far in these first 11 minutes. We see Broomy get back into that form that we saw earlier from him.
It's only one win today, first game of the day versus Tom Lees.
71% if you think that Leicester City are going to top the group and can basically complete this fairy tale story it's been for them in the group stages. If it stays like this, they will be doing enough. And this is 2 games in drawing scenarios. I know it's probably not going to end like this, but we can start building what is to happen.
I tell you what, Tottenham finishing 4th. I was just speaking to Stokes on the B stream. That would mean, I believe they play Chelsea, and then the winner of Crystal Palace Man United and the winner of Spurs Chelsea play each other in the next knockout game. Tottenham Palace before the quarter-finals, if that finishes as it does.
And another day, it could be a semi-final, a grand final. There is no reward, really, depending on where you finish in the group, unless you top it.
Big permutations all across this group.
First time through ball, Marmouche, has he got the legs to pull away from his teammate of Haaland? Big chance of Brighton of Albion! It's the first step in the right direction.
And I don't know if you saw there, just in the corner of the shot, it looked like Shorey was getting a handshake. So I would imagine that as those goals have gone in, it could be Leicester City taking the lead. Eric Cantona, Shorey going for a 12-point haul.
And although Brighton of Albion might be winning on one console, that'll be 3 more points for Leicester, which would still...
He couldn't get away from him, could he? Haaland couldn't quite pull him back.
Keep them in front. That'll be Leicester City on 15, Brighton of Albion on 13.
Guaranteed quarter-finalists. Leicester City. And boy, does that group shake up the rest of the pack in the bracket waiting.
There's a time to pull your weight in the team and to really bring out a big performance. It's now. That's the table as it stands.
He's in.
Could be another chance. Marmouche on for a second. Trivela off the post and into the back of Petr. Still just the 1-goal lead. But it's been all Brighton of Albion on the Xbox.
I'm just having a look across, Brandon. I think Bournemouth. Adam Ryan's leading 1-0. And it looks to me like GRK has just gone 1-0 up as well. So Bournemouth might be taking maximum points at the minute. Mark Marley gets one back for Leicester, to peg back Leicester City, should I say.
Well, you know what that means. Brighton of Albion, 14 points. Leicester City on 13. Yeah. Brighton of Albion go back top of the table. It's going to move. Look, it is.
And look who's bottom. Tottenham Hotspur, bottom of the table right now.
Bournemouth from 4 points before a ball was kicked in this game, and now they're off to take 6. Big chance down the other end for Cole Palmer. Blocked by William Saliba, and it goes for a goal kick.
That table is going to move all the way through this group. Spurs have just scored. They've equalised, and look, Spurs up to 4th now.
Yeah, incredible work from the team behind the scenes to keep this table moving. It is going to be quite the ending here in Group D. Yesterday, this was not the case. It was Ipswich and Man City in a lot more easier fashion, to say the least.
Nice play from Broomy.
Who will be joining Manchester City, Ipswich Town, Liverpool in the quarter-final stages in 2 weeks' time? We're back here again in London, 22nd and 23rd of March, to find out who will be crowned this year's champion. Cole Palmer, lovely swivel on the ball. It was a time-green finish, but again, matched up well there by Jayden, who I have to say has been playing pretty well in these first 40 minutes.
Yeah, he's not started the day great, did he, Jayden? But he's ended the day really well. I think that's what it's all about in these groups. You have to just take something from a game, whether it's a draw, whether it's a win. Let's have a look at this. Mark Marley against Shorey gets a penalty. Is it followed up? It certainly is. Top corner hit, and Brighton create some distance in the groups.
Absolutely, would put them on 16 points.
It's offside.
And we'll even give them a bit of breathing space at the top. Again, that's as it stands now.
Look at Leicester. They were first going into the game. They're third now.
And no matter where you finish, it will affect who you are playing in 2 weeks' time. Lofted ball across. Marmouche. Stopped by Petr. There will be just enough time to play this corner.
Extra pass.
That's going to fall back. It still is going to fall back. Lampard. Marmouche! 2-0!
Brighton and Hove Albion, top of the table with 45 minutes left to play. Come on. You see what it means to Jayden.
Well, they're both pulling in a really impressive performance. And last year they topped the group as well. The same duo you're looking at now. They picked up 17 points, which gave them this same advantage which they could be getting here tonight. A fast-track ticket through to the quarter-final stages. Let's jump over then and see a bit of this game live. This is Mark Marley against Shorey, Richard, and it was a penalty we just saw.
Yeah.
That have put Brighton in this situation.
But look, Shorey's been the catalyst to Leicester City's success here in the groups. 9 points so far. Mark Marley standing in his way and saying, not today, you're not getting the maximum haul. But this game's not finished yet. Shorey's well in this game. That's a long throw down the line, actually, quite direct, but he might get a chance here.
Salah, finesse, wins a corner.
That's nice in the corner flag.
Bonded off the ball, Hazard, McAllister, who's got the final touch? Just kicked off the second half on the Xbox. We'll stay with this one, though, until half-time. Chance to break away, needs to make the most of this one! It will be Mohamed Salah for Shorey. A player he knows only too well.
It's always Salah for Shorey. Left-footed, finesse, it's all about the touch here. Have a look at this. The player looking to him, that touch there, just takes it away from Saliba. Nothing he can do about it. Keeper comes out, opens up the body, and a finesse shot comfortably past the keeper.
Well, even in a drawing scenario, it would mean that Brighton of Albion would be on 14 points. It would be one more And then what Leicester are currently on, they'll be on 13. If Leicester just win one of these games, it's enough.
Yep.
First time through ball over the top. Is he going to just latch onto it? No, William Saliba. Does enough. Added time of 2 minutes. This game will finish slightly after the Xbox game. That's well underway in the second half.
Last time we saw it, it was Jadon comfortably leading as well.
And it was Jadon scoring in the additional time period of the first half, which Mark Marley might fancy a bit of that as well. We've overplayed the time. Bruno Fernandes, and that should do us for the half-time period there. We'll leave them two to have a quick break.
Just having a look in there. Broomy locked in versus Jadon. Second half is underway and it's still 2-0.
Nearly 20 minutes already gone.
So it's going to be all eyes on Shorey and Mark.
Seems so in control. The hardest part is for him, he's just got to get his head down and play. He's got no idea what's going on in his teammates' game.
I think there's a lot of glances at the minute. Glances over, seeing what's happening.
Final 20 minutes, Brighton of Albion. Are they getting that top spot for a second year in a row? Just by a point as it looks. And Spurs, by the looks of it, Richard, about to win in ways.
It doesn't change much, so does it, in the grand scheme of things? Still going to be fourth.
Chance now, Bruno Fernandes, play a lot. Marmoush on a play! Oh, it's beautiful!
And you can say that's probably getting him over. Jadon doing the business when he needs to most for Brighton. Hazard with the finish. The extra pass, superb. Come on! And every time he scores, he looks over. He's glancing at Mark's game. He's not even glancing, he's watching Mark's game like a hawk, like a seagull.
Well, he's pretty much done his part of the job. Fortunately for Broomy, he's just not been able to get going at all in this one. And we're going to have to see a better performance from him in the knockouts, because it becomes aggregate scoreline in the knockouts, Rich. It's not a case of points per game. Both players have to really do their individual job on the console. 2-2 over here now. I think currently stands Brighton of Albion, 14 points to Leicester City's 13.
And that's the table as it stands right now. Shorey
just needs to get in a winning position.
He's got it in his hands. He's got the grip in his hands. You win this game, you go through. Mark Marley, a draw or a win is good enough. West Ham on 12, they're not playing. They're not in the picture. And Tottenham Hotspur and Bournemouth going head-to-head right now. Trading wins. Power shot to Travella.
Distance.
Oh, no, power shot it. I find it fascinating, even though sort of the power shots have been nerfed drastically. You just never see them.
Chance, Brighton of Albion. Does he need a one more pass? It could have been there. Salah was just hanging up a run. Quick corner comes in. The Seagulls are soaring. And maybe they're on their way.
And it was Jadon who celebrated Mark's goal. Jadon didn't score then. He let out and let it go because he looked across and saw Mark Marley sticking the ball in the back of the net with Lenny Yoro.
Well, we missed it also, Richard, because Jadon scored another one. He's 4 them up. And it looks like for A handful of those teams. If it stays like this, Richard, 3 out of the 4 same Premier League clubs from last year getting that fast-track spot in the quarterfinals.
Yep.
Liverpool, Brighton of Albion and Manchester City. The Luton Town of last year swaps in with Ipswich Town.
2 of those teams with the exact same roster as well, Brighton and City. Shorey coming forward once again. Can he find some magic? Cantona, green time, check with the save. Tips it wide up the post. Corner, played short, McAllister, that little bit of a cancel. Lavia, Cantona, Haaland, Salah, Euro, Cantona! 3-3! Leicester City are not out of this one yet.
Well, they're still a point behind. Brighton of Albion would get 14 from this round still. But if Shorey can get himself in a winning position, it would be enough. Unfortunately, in the Perumi Jada game, I think it's 4-0 now to Jada. That's out the window, that's out of the question.
That's full-time done. Just seeing the full-time result come through. It's all on Shorey's shoulders.
He has to just turn and watch now. Can Mark Marley, a veteran of the Premier League, he's played in every single year of this competition. Shorey gets a winner, Leicester top the table. This could be quite some ending here on the second day of the Premier League. All Brighton need to do is just stay in this situation. A draw or a win is good. Can't lose. Look how tight it is up there. Will that change the approach of Mark Marley in these last 15 minutes just to take time out of the game? Or will Shorey be able to get one more chance, one more roll of the dice at it?
Still time, 15 minutes left to play. There's still a couple of attacks for either player. Now's not the time to rush.
Mark Marley will be in no rush at all.
No, this result suits him fine, but you don't really want to play out a draw. It is risky.
There is going to be moments. He's been around this scene long enough, Shorey.
This could be it. Great interception. Still going to get another bite, though, Will Shorey. The ball's just bouncing around. Mark just making a couple of mistakes in possession. This game's really, really edgy. Both players losing the ball a couple of times, and even the last attacks.
Pause coming in from Leicester, if they'll even see the pause. Mark Marley.
He'll know that Shorey wants to make changes now.
He won't let him, though, will he? With 6 minutes left on the clock, Brighton of Albion on their way to a quarter-final spot.
Alan bundled off it by Salah.
5 minutes away from doing so. Leicester City. Will they get time? 3.5 in-game minutes. Gets his pause, though.
Jadon in the back. He's feeling every single second of it. We can tell you, both games between Bournemouth and Spurs, 2-2 and 4-4, respectively. Points shared. And that's how the table finishes. Bournemouth bottom on 6, Spurs 4th in the table on 9, West Ham on 12, and we're fighting for the top spot. Leicester and Brighton. Who will go through first?
It's not making subs. Or put a crash on or anything.
I think.
Like, I'm happy to drain a bit of stamina and like start it earlier.
I mean, sure, he loves the last 20 minutes, doesn't he? Unfortunately, we might find ourselves in a scenario again of a pause in this game. It's not done yet. That's how the table stands. This is the only game left to conclude. The final 6 in-game minutes, 3 in-game minutes.
We might be waiting for a little while. to see this wrap up. Referees are in. They're doing their best.
It's one of the few leagues where the referees actually wear the referee outfit of the traditional league. Well, then referees are in, and we will resume this game for the closing moments. Jaden watches on. He just wants to get this done and work out if he's topping the table or not.
The tension rises. The suspense. You could cut it with a knife. Here, live from London for the ePremierLeague groups 2025. We've seen Manchester City, Ipswich Town top the table in their respective groups. Earlier on today, it was Liverpool Football Club booking a place in the quarter-finals. And we wait to find if it's Leicester City or Brighton and Hove Albion to top the table.
Well, we're hearing the game was in the 86th minute before we do rejoin it very shortly. Before we do that, though, we are going to check in with FG, who's actually with the teammate of Mark Marley, Jaden Groner. How's he feeling watching on with all this going on?
Well, I mean, I'll leave them words to you, Jaden. How are you feeling? Obviously, the game's taking a technical pause right now. 4 in-game minutes, 1 goal separating whether you reach the quarterfinals or not. How are you feeling?
Honestly, I feel more nervous than I do in the final last year, to be honest. Like 3 minutes, there's been a technical pause, which means obviously all the stamina comes back, but I hope Mark can push through. You know, this is his game. He can keep the ball for a couple of minutes, but I've never been so nervous, honestly.
You've had an unbelievable day so far.
Not really.
I think you've both done really, really well. You're in a position now where you're 4 minutes away. There was a moment where you didn't want to watch this game.
Yeah, I couldn't watch. Because
unfortunately, you're going to have to because the match is starting, so let's get straight back to it.
For God's sake.
Well, it looks as if we are loading into the game now. Kicks are being selected. We're hearing 86th minute or so, Richard. We were in the game there.
Yeah, I think it might have been just with the substitutions. So we're going to restart. But I think what Jaden said there with the players coming back with full fitness, I mean, it suits Shorey massively. Get the constant press on, get 95, 100 depth, fly everyone up the pitch and try and get one more chance.
Here we go. Loading back in now. 4 minutes away from finding out who is going to top
Something's got to give. Something's got to give. Who's going to top the table?
Just the last few words from both coaches going in to the ears of Mark Marley.
You heard from Jaden there. You can see Broomy just in the back of the shot there.
Here we go then. Let's jump into it now then. Last few in-game minutes.
Here we go. Always starts with the ball going out of play.
Possession given back to Brighton of Albion. 3 minutes just hold on to the ball. It's going to be a really heavy press from Shorey. Can win it now and get a very generous sum of added time. There might be a chance. Well, Brighton going to top the table again for a second year.
Well, there's going to be no added time. So we've restarted in the 86th minute, so it's pretty much going to be wrapped up as soon as 90 hits, you would think. One chance.
Has he got enough time to even get the ball up the pitch?
It's got to go.
Salah.
That's it.
That will do us. Full-time result. Brighton of Albion will top their group once again for a second year. And they'll be in the quarter-final stages of the ePremierLeague.
Oh my days, man.
We got there eventually, didn't we?
It was a nervy finish, but Brighton and Hove Albion top the table, quarter-finalists, alongside Liverpool, Ipswich and Manchester City. What an outstanding day it's been for Shorey. 10 points out of 12 for Leicester City. So close, but so far, and they go into that knockout bracket.